So that was Greensleeves, but in a finger-picked arrangement with an alternating bass, like that. You'll find a lot of lessons on this piece on YouTube, but they will teach it the classical way without the alternating bass. So this is a nice variation and a more modern variation. And it's like my previous video, it comes from this booklet by the late French guitarist Alain Giroux. Tablature is free. Do open the video description and you'll find more information about it and about Alain Giroux. We only have 3 chords, an A minor, a C and a G. So let's start with the first line of the tab. And you will see that in the tablature the bass notes are highlighted. They are written with, well, more ink than the other notes, so you'll know what to play with a thumb very clearly when you look at the tab. So let's start with the first line, slow and easy. So we start on the 4th beat, so 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor, and the pinky goes to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string at the end of the bar. One more time. And then we change to a C chord. And with our index we're going to play that hammer on the 1st string. Then we go to the G in the 3rd bar. And it's a G with the pinky on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Still in the G. Open, pinch and hammer on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and you're going to do that with your middle finger. So the first line one more time. I'm playing with 2 fingers, and usually my middle finger is assigned to the 1st string and my index to the 2nd string, and if we have to play strings closer to my face, well, the whole thing moves up. But you can play this perfectly with just 2 fingers. I even advise, well, if I remember well, about 50 years ago, I just started with 2 fingers, middle, thumb and index finger, and later on, when I was more accustomed to the style, the 2nd finger came into play. So that's it for the first line, and then we have the first ending, again with a A minor. And here we're going to move our index to the 1st fret of the 3rd string and then resume the chord. And then in the 3rd bar of the 2nd line we go into an E chord. And the only difficulty there is, so in the last bar of the 2nd line we pinch the 6th string and the 4th string while holding our E chord, and it's followed by the thumb because we're doing the alternating bass. So that's the last measure. One more time. So the first ending one more time. And then we resume the first line and we have a 2nd ending. So here's the 2nd ending, the 3rd line of the tab. first measure of that third line. It's an A minor again. Hammer on in between the two beats, the third and the fourth, the second and the third beat. And then I think this is probably the hardest part of the song. You have to reach with your pinky to the 4th fret. Now I know this can be difficult, especially if you hold the E chord. So just for this measure you could change your position to, then your 3rd finger is not fretting anything, and the move to the 3rd fret, to the 4th fret will become more easily, because you don't have to put that 3rd finger in, hold that 3rd finger in place. So the second ending, sorry, and back to the A minor, hammer on, and that's the walking into the second part, which is the 4th line of the tab. We go into a C chord, and you notice maybe in the performance I accented that move. I'm able to play with flesh and with combination nail and flesh by simply turning my hand a little bit so, and here I played with nail and flesh, a mixture, to accent that move. So the first 2 bars are a C chord, and with our pinky on the 1st string 3rd fret. And you see, just for that bar we're going to play an alternating bass between 5, 4, 6, 4. You don't have to, it sounds the same if you keep like that. But it's a little variation. Hammer on. We've seen that in the second measure as well. By the way, it's exactly the same. And the following 2 measures of the 4th line are exactly the same as the 1st line. And then we play the 1st ending. So the 5th line of the tab is exactly the same as the 2nd line. So the 1st endings and also the 2nd endings are similar exactly. So after the 1st ending we're playing again. And now the 2nd ending. So the last beat we don't play at the 2nd ending, the bottom of the page, and I resume the 1st part once more. And you'll notice in the middle, in the performance video, I played it with a muted bass. With my palm of the hand I rest on the bridge in a bit of on the bass strings. You have to look a bit what's the best position for you. It works better with a thumb pick, but I don't think a thumb pick would be appropriate for this song. Don't have to play it fast. And the ending I repeat 3 times, the last 2 bars of the 3rd line of the 2nd ending. So I don't go to the 2nd part, the B part, but I simply keep the bass going. Pinky on the 2nd fret, and then an alternative for the A minor, barring and fretting the 4th and the 5th string on the 7th fret. It's your E minor, moved up, like that. So that's it for Greensleeves. Have fun with this little piece.